Hello, everybody, and welcome into a very special Halloween edition of Bloody Good Horror. My name's Eric, and I'll be your host this evening, where we will be reviewing Black Phone 2. It's a whole thing. Joining me tonight, first up from Manhattan, New York City, please welcome John Schnars to the show tonight.
You can call me Mustang.
Just cool names all around. Next up from the mean streets of Oakland, California, please welcome Rachel to the show.
Hello.
And last up tonight from Indiana. They might actually have Mustangs in Indiana. Maybe.
We have the
welcome-
cars here.
Please
Yeah, we got
welcome
the cars.
Casey to the show.
Hello.
I got a bone to pick with whoever made me watch this 2 days before Halloween. I'm going to be honest with you. That was sort of, and I kind of did this to myself in a way because
Last week, did this one.
last week I deferred on this and it was like, let's do Toxic Avenger. And then it was like, well, I guess we'll just do this now.
There was totally an opening to just because there was a text thread this weekend of like, hey, are we sure we're doing Black Phone 2? And you were like, yeah, whatever.
You caught me in one of those weak moments when I just didn't have a better answer.
Yeah, John was fishing for you.
I was.
That's how my kids largely get things too, John. They know how to find. John, you haven't even commented on my shirt this evening, you know?
Oh, it's cute.
Like a
You're looking
skeleton.
thin.
Yeah.
Slimming.
Buddy. Yes, the skeleton shirt is slimming. All right, let's take a quick break and review Black Phone 2.
Description of it. Your big break in TV. From the prime time. Main feature.
One very important detail that I had completely erased from my brain when it came to this movie is the fact that they call him the Grabber.
I didn't know.
And
Didn't
I
know where
laughed-
you were going, but that's where I was hoping you were going.
I laughed out loud every single time they said it, and then I eventually started calling him the Graboid during the movie. So that if I say that, you know where that came from.
It's one of those things every time it happened in the movie, I had I can't remember what the character's name is in Mean Girls, where they're like, stop trying to make fetch happen. And it's like,
Yes.
just stop trying to make
I
grabber
alternated
happen.
between calling him Graboid and just calling him Black Phone. Just for shorthand sake.
Honestly, Black Phone is a better name.
Yeah.
It's scarier.
Oh my word. All right, John, please bring us the word of the day.
I'm annoyed because I was going to try to be more polite, and you just started right out of the gate with grabber. It got me. So I can't help myself. The word is hypnagogic.
I know that word.
Oh, well, okay. It's
I know that
hypnagogic. Hypnagogic. Do you want to give me a definition here?
Yeah, it's like I would have said hypnagogic, but yeah, either way, it's this kind of liminal space between waking and sleep when you begin to see surreal images like in your mind.
Yeah, very good. The definition, relating to the state immediately before falling asleep. You nailed it.
As someone who experienced legitimate sleep paralysis and night terrors for years, I know a lot of sleep words, John.
Well, this one comes to us from the Greek, hypnos meaning sleep, and agion meaning to lead. Hypnagogic.
Love it.
Great word.
In fact, I looked that word up. Like I learned that word like 20 years ago because that's when this was happening to me. And every night when I start slipping into that, like there's that little in between. Like you feel it when you're like, okay, if my body's finally chilling out, my brain goes, oh, this is the hypno. I'm in the hypno
Yeah.
right now.
Wow.
Well, when I was asking for word suggestions and you did not offer it, but Rachel very helpfully found it. So.
No, I offered a Mustang.
Yeah, Mustang. Was rejected summarily.
Jonathan, JP Schnars,
Yes.
tell us about this movie.
JT.
Titan of industry.
I just think
J.K. Snark.
I just think P sounds better, you know.
I'm actually going to change my middle name to Grabber. So It's going to be Graboid going forward. Okay, Black
Schnars,
Phone 2.
turds, snapping, graboid schnars.
Black Phone 1, 2023. I don't now that I don't have that in front
Feels
of me.
like 100 years ago, but sure.
Sure. So we have the return of writer director Scott Derrickson, also written with Robert Cargill. They both co-wrote the first.
He also wrote the other movie I fucking hated this year, so just saying.
Do you want which?
I don't know.
one?
I'll go look it up, but this is the second time I
You
recall reading a movie.
you
he
can't
wrote this
remember
year.
the name of the movie, but you remember the writer.
But he knows
You
he's on the
repressed
list.
Yes, it's a whole thing. I used to follow this dude on Twitter. I have a personal beef only known to me. Yes.
Well, so Black Phone 1 was 2021. Sorry, I didn't have that to hand. Scott Derrickson previously had done Sinister 2, and he also directed the first Doctor Strange movie, and then he
Fifth
directed
Hellraiser.
Oh yeah. Well, it was like one of the video ones, right? Hellraiser like 4,
Oh.
I think.
VHS
I
85.
think.
Yeah, and then he was he was part of BGH.
That was so. I just heard that name in reference to that
There you go.
movie. So.
Okay. So the team is back. Derrickson, Cargill.
No, wait.
We have
Correction. Sorry. 85 was last year's, which was not very good. Carry on.
Let's keep going.
Yes.
Black Phone.
Anywho,
Go.
All right. So we are now 4 years, and I do think in the film it's actually been 4 years of like film time since the events of Black Phone 1. We have Finn, who's the main character in the first Black Phone, and then his sister Gwen. The film opens and Finn is like struggling with his trauma of having been black phoned, so to speak, or I guess grabbed.
Grabbed.
He was grabbed.
Or
Yeah,
grabbed.
He was grabbed. He was grabbed.
He was grabbed and then he was black phone.
And then he was black
Yeah.
phoned.
yeah,
Yes.
It's a 2-step process. Third step is profit.
it's the proverbial question: what comes first, the grabber or the black phone?
Yes, it's true. So he's struggling, but struggling even more is his sister Gwen, who, and I've only seen the first one once, and I had sort of like forgotten some of this. In the first film, she does have this like psychic connection with him.
Yes.
Here, she's having sort of like a psychic interaction with her mother that is happening through time. The film actually opens with this like very short scene in 1957 where like this girl who turns out to be the mom is like answering a phone in the middle of nowhere, like legitimately phone booth in nowhere. And it's like snowing all around and she's having this conversation that we only hear one side of. We flash forward now to the film set in 82, I believe, or maybe 83. And she's now experiencing these dreams where she's hearing the phone ringing. She's seeing visions of like kids being murdered in the
You already
woods.
lost me.
Dude, all right. You know what? Let's just try to do this quickly.
Yeah.
She
Top line it for me, Daddy
Well,
Schnars.
here's what's so crazy. And I was having this moment like while I was watching the movie. The plot of this fucking movie, if you tried to sit down and write it down, it would be like 3 pages just to get to like what happened. Like it's so
But also nothing
convoluted.
happens, which is kind of the amazing thing about the
All right,
movie.
we don't need to skip all the way to the review, but yes, agree. So Gwen is basically having visions of people being murdered, grabber somewhat tangentially involved, or whatever, someone that we know to be the grabber. She doesn't really know.
Graboid, yes.
They decide, she and her brother decide, they have to go in the middle of the winter to a quote unquote winter camp.
Christian camp.
For kids, which is a thing that exists. And
Have we confirmed this? Because as
No,
a
absolutely
Californian,
not.
this is very foreign to me.
No, it's
As a
it's-
Midwesterner, I don't know of any.
It's insanity. This is
And
like
when
the
they get
craziest thing.
there, there's like an actual snow hurricane happening. Also, there is a payphone sitting in front of the worst CGI lake you've ever seen in your entire life.
So, but hold on. To get to the camp, they apply to be counselors in training, and then like a week later, just show up at the camp. There's no one else at the camp.
No one else.
There's no campers. There's no other counselors.
That's explained, but
But like, where are the other people that work at the camp? The kids are arriving the next day.
Well, he
what
said they all canceled.
Well, they
Well, yeah.
canceled because of the snowstorm. But like, if
Yeah.
like other people would have been there, no? Or where did that like? I don't know the
they
whole
sent
thing.
some people got sent home. Everybody else got turned away. The only people they couldn't reach were the 3 that came.
Rachel, if you're gonna try to defend this as like a
I'm just saying
It's actually
I am
sensible
going to
plot.
no, that is specifically textually explained in the film. Like I'm on the side of accuracy, okay?
But it just seems like even when they're explaining it, it's
I
the
got your
most
back, Rachel.
eye-rolly thing. Like I know they explained it, but it's like what the fuck? Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I mean
Yeah.
that's fine. That's now we're
Ah.
into a matter of opinion, but it is explained.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now we're at a camp. There's like 4. No, wait. So there's Mustang.
Don't forget
Can't-
Mustang. Thank you.
Can't forget Mustang. Mustang's
They'll
dad.
have no
Very
Mustang
much to forget
erasure.
Mustang.
Mustang's dad who runs.
No,
the
you're gonna have
camp.
to look Mustang right in the eye, Rachel, and come to
I am
terms with
going to
all of
walk
it.
into the fishing hole, ice hole, and slip into oblivion instead.
Just
Hold on, but so then, all right. So we have the guy who runs the
The
camp.
peace.
We have Mustang,
Sleep in the
who's
snow.
his daughter. Who the other 2 people that are there? They own the camp, but are like kind of mean.
Well, they're
And
like, yeah.
They're like
The-
Christian mean, or at least the mom. Is,
oh my
or the
god,
wife.
that lady who keeps calling her like the devil girl is so
Yeah.
goddamn funny. She's so
Yeah.
funny. Also, I'm just
And then you have
getting into
and then
review.
you
Go ahead.
have Gwen's boyfriend who goes with him. That's the whole cast of characters for the entire film, other than Grabber. And basically, like she keeps
They're
having
dad.
dreams. She keeps getting attacked. They come up with like cockamamie plans to try to stop her from getting attacked. None of those work. And then they decide just because they have to go find these 3 kids that the Grabber killed, and that's going to take away all his power. Which was explained. I admit,
I actually
but was-
disagree. I don't feel like they made a good case for that.
He just said,
No, she's
"Death,
just like
death is
yeah.
but a word, John."
Yeah. No, I
back.
mean, it was explained in the way that like a lot of the stuff in the movie is explained where they're just like, oh yeah, but like once we find these 3 kids, like that'll take away his power. And they're like, yeah, that makes sense.
They
what the other
they go
people in the
from
movie
they
say.
go in the same scene for through an info dump, and then everybody fully is on board with this whole Grabber conspiracy. And how this is one of my least favorite movie tropes, where like people are all talking about a supernatural entity, and one of them goes, "I know, we have to do this, and it'll do this," and everybody goes, "Yeah," and you're like, "That's a wild assumption for a thing that has
Yes.
no evidence or precursor
Yeah.
in existence." Anyway, all right, let's just fucking whatever. So we're at the lake and we're dreaming and shit. It's like Freddy Krueger.
Grabber starts showing up and like attacking her in her dreams. People can't see him, but he's like
He's
throwing
very
up-
verbose. He's got a lot to say.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
doing like ninja moves and like pro wrestling moves to her. So
Very cool.
The bitch eating crackers vibe of this review already is
Oh, just wait,
wild.
Rachel. Rachel, what did you think?
So I feel like I am the lone person on the show that actually enjoyed the first film. Like to me,
Okay.
it is.
I
it is
understand
the
I'm not
definition.
the
Yeah.
majority there.
No. I mean, like, it's not that I can't see the flaws in it, but to me, it feels very much like an accurate portrayal of what a Joe Hill short story feels like to read brought to screen. It's like kind of the definition of a good sit. Like, it's not perfect, it's not great, but there are
Wasn't
things
that a
about
Joe
it I
Hill
enjoyed.
short story? I think I forgot that part.
Yeah.
Interesting.
he also
Yeah.
he has a writing credit on this, which I don't know if there was like
I
a
think it's
second.
just
I don't think there's a book.
Yeah.
no. I think it's just like based on characters by kind of thing.
Sure.
Because this doesn't feel like a Joe Hill story to me at
Yeah,
all in the way that the first one did. And I do think that as goofy as the name The Grabber is, there is nothing more haunting I saw that year than Ethan Hawke at the top of the stairs shirtless with a belt in his hand. Like that is a haunting and effective visual moment that definitely stuck with me. So that being said, though, I was kind of surprised when this got a sequel because to me it felt so self-contained, and it didn't need anything beyond what happened, because I think
100%.
where you have to go beyond what we saw is how you end up where we are today. Which I think we're all going to have some criticism about, but I want to start with some things that I liked about it, which is I think once again, Ethan Hawke is kind of the standout of this for me. I think his ability to project any level of menace through the mask speaks to both his like vocal performance, but also his physical performance. What?
John has his hand raised for the
like
audio.
this is
audience.
a serious question, and Rachel, I trust that you may have done more research than I. Are we sure he's acting in this? Like, I understand it's his voice.
I mean,
I
There's
like
no-
to
I
think
don't.
so.
There's not a scene in this movie where you can see his face.
I mean, there definitely are. Like in the back of the
Parts of it.
van, you can see his face. In the final act, you can see his face.
When he, but yeah, there's basically the scene when he like gets his mask fully ripped off, but he's so
Yeah.
mangled at that point.
I mean, in the back of the van, I mean, like, there's a lot of points where he has one or the other half of the mask on, and like that's clearly Ethan Hawke underneath the mask. Like,
Okay.
I'm sure he has stand-ins at some point, but as far as we can tell, at least the voice is his, so it speaks to half of my point.
He was
We are
very
gonna
actively
fight
engaged
tonight,
in the
John.
marketing.
I don't know what is
All
going
right.
on. We neither of us like this movie, and we're already fighting.
I mean, I'm just saying. No, I'm not fighting. I just like, if you had told me like he was on set for one day, I would have been like, okay, believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was him on the ice skates, but
Fucking ice. The meat skates.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
ice
all the
to
talking
skate.
parts were probably him.
Well, no, definitely the vocal performance is him for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so the other things I liked about this movie is it is pretty gruesome and nasty and unafraid to really kind of do violent things to children, which is pretty ballsy. There are some visual moments I found quite creepy in this, whether it was the child's face getting cut off and then flopping around on the ground like half a dog from Return of the Living Dead, or I liked the stupid gag with the snowman's face bleeding up against the window. There are some inspired moments. I think the attack in the kitchen is both camp, but also would be really disturbing to see, and it worked for me. But the issue with this for me largely comes down to the scripting, the writing, and the dialogue. Its need to be so conveniently wrapped up and self-contained, and to like turn it into this weird like chosen one faded sort of Aurora Boreas actually in some ways to me feels like it degrades the impact of the first film, which is disappointing. It turned into like a Dream Warriors meets like Matrix sort of vibe that I did not appreciate or like, and felt slightly
Let's
insulted
not
by.
let's not besmirch the name of Dream. Frankly, I would have had a lot more respect for this if they just went full Dream Warriors and just like do what I've been telling them to do with Saw for 20 years, which is just make them zombie and just fucking do Saw. I don't know, like.
I mean, I think that it was inevitable that this is where the story would have to go if you were going to pick it up again. And I do think that switching there's a visual cue that happens when she's in her dream state that for me allowed us to like skirt the trope, which I hate, which is never knowing like what's real and what's a dream. Like we always knew where we were in terms of the reality that we were in.
You mean because of the 1998 Adobe Premiere film effect they put over
Correct.
90% of the movie?
As someone that wants to follow the plot, I appreciate it. Okay.
Sure.
But yeah, like some of the dialogue is really where it was most painful for me. As we'll get into Mustang, like I feel bad for the actor.
The sister's dialogue listen, the girl who plays Mustang is at least cool and like kind of makes it work. The dialogue they have for the sister who's supposed to be this like edgelordy, sweary like girl, it is just the cringiest shit I've heard all year. It's so awful. And she's not nailing it, but like what she's being given to work with
Yeah.
is a travesty.
Yeah, there's a moment in the first film where she kind of confronts the cops and has an sort of like explosive moment where she like calls them like fucking fart knockers. And, it was, I think the response to that moment was so good that they were like, yeah, let's lean in. And unfortunately, they go back to that well Far
Oh
too
my
many times in
God.
this movie.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of like 80s slang, especially in that like
Sort
that
of like were,
first
were kids saying mint
Sabbatical.
in the 80s? Like, are you high? Like, what?
No.
Well, Eric,
was
I was
there.
1 year old when the movie is set, so I don't know. Presumably
Me as
they
well.
were.
Mint. I always thought of that as like a 50s thing. That's like what Stephen King characters say. Maybe that's why they had her say it.
That's the Joe Hill.
But they're all
That's
based on the
nod to Joe
fucking
Hill.
50s, right?
Yeah.
All right, Casey, what'd you think?
I was softer on the original Black Phone than you guys were, but I also didn't love it. And more than anything, I've come to the knowledge that I have largely forgotten that first movie after watching this.
Same, dude.
To the point that until Schnars mentioned it, I forgot the sister was in the first movie. That's how forgettable that first movie was for me.
1000%.
So I had no expectation or excitement going into this one. I was definitely in the why did we need this camp? And by the time I got to the end of this, I'm still kind of largely why did we need this? Who is asking for it? There are moments in here that I liked. If I had to argue, I would say I was on board for the first half of this movie. Not that I was loving it, but I was on board and keeping up with it. I kind of like the ghosty stuff with the kids, although logic wasn't working out for me. And then once we get to the grabber and we start getting into the dream stuff, to me, this just kind of crosses over to kind of a Nightmare on Elm Street knockoff to say it the easy way. But that's to say too, to kind of add on to what Rachel was saying with some of the problems with the writing and stuff. To me, it was a lazy take to go after that stuff because it makes sense that he would come back in dreams and haunt these kids and their stuff. But they didn't shoot this like it was like they took inspiration from Nightmare on the Elm Street or, a paid homage to it. They just flat felt like they were copying it in large part in some parts of this, especially with all the dream sequences where the sister was getting hurt. And that just really kind of put my brain off of this altogether. And it was hard for me to connect with it in the second half of this movie. Also didn't connect real well with the kids from the first movie either. There's the whole forgetting of the sister part. And I don't know. To me, I'm not trying to knock the actor. I think it's a writing thing, and I understand why this kid, with what he's gone through from that first movie, is so depressed and dark and stuff like that. But he kind of came across from what I remember like that from what I remember the first movie, and it's just it can be hard to be a compelling character with that, and not come across as just kind of wooden. Let me put it that way. So I think there was some issues, some struggles there that didn't help this for what they were trying to go. As for the grabber and Ethan Hawke, I'm not really super impressed with the grabber. However, some of the mask effects, when they started mixing it with the makeup of the mangled face, I did like. When he was chirping around, hurting people with the top half of the mask on and the mangled mouth, and he was monologuing, I thought that looked really good. I thought that was a cool look. I thought they did cool with the makeup there. I mean, it was a good look. But other times, I just don't understand why the mask has to be changeable, other than to have Ethan Hawke doing more on screen.
Like they wanted, like in that one scene, it's like, okay, I guess this is just so I can see his eyes a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, I did enjoy that we got a little bit of the adventures of young Grabber there
Yeah.
in one of the flashbacks. I don't know if that was in the first movie or not, honestly. But
No, it definitely wasn't.
John, what'd you think?
I did not care for the first film. I think I cared for this less, but it's for all the same reasons. Like, it basically is like amplifying the things I don't like. Like, Eric, I think you mentioned at the top the fucking phone booth at this camp. Like, we passed over it already at the very top of the show. This is a summer camp, but in winter. I'll just posit that kids,
Not just winter, John. The winter to end all, like the most
Well,
ridiculously over the top winter.
but this is like the idea is that her mom went to this camp and it's a winter camp. Here's the thing. Kids are in fucking school in the winter.
Right.
When is this camp operating? They signed up for 2
right.
weeks.
They
to
make
be
camp in the
counselors in
summer
training.
because you need a place to
Yes.
send your kids.
It's the most
This is Christian
nonsensical
camp, though,
thing.
John. Who knows what they're doing? you know?
I guess, like, look, someone can write in and be like, actually, I grew up in a place where it's either so freaking specific and like no one's ever heard of it. It just seems crazy. Like, so
I agree.
immediately I'm like, wait, what we're doing camp, but it's winter time.
I mean, to me, that comes across as like one of those scary straight type camps,
Sure,
right?
I'm
I
going
guess,
to
but
scary straight.
This is a
But
Christian
they didn't
camp.
set it up as that.
It's a no, it's explicitly a Christian camp.
Right.
The film has multiple lines of dialogue that are just Bible verse, like or scripture. So we'll let Rachel. We'll come back to that with Rachel in a
Thank
second.
you.
But I think the brother Finn, I actually think is a pretty like. I actually think the performance is solid. I do think the writing here is tough, and they're asked like even Gwen. I was like, the performances overall, I would say I was mostly fine with. It is that the dialogue is like so comical. I liked the friend Ernesto. Like they're sort of like all endearing as people, even when the things they're saying are ridiculous. I also, Rachel, you mentioned like some of the, I wouldn't even call them kills, but some of the like gore scenes. The kid, the window cutting the kid's head in half,
Gnarly.
solid, very solid. There's a couple jump scares that I was just like, come on, like what are we doing here? Like, at one point, I'll just admit, because I was in a reclining chair, I was dozing a little bit, and a jump
Oh,
scare
that sounds
was
great.
so loud that
jealous.
it like sort of like jarred me awake, which
Should
was
have done
good because then
D-box, my friend.
I was awake. the rest
Had
of the time.
I had more, yes, I'm gonna refrain what I was gonna say. I wish I could
Well,
have taken a nap.
Here, I'll basically stop it. Like the movie, it's one of these things where like
You know that
you
thing, John,
pull
where I
on-
like forcibly make myself go to sleep as a defense mechanism? Like
Yeah.
I was this close to activating it during this movie.
Well, this is one of those movies where it's like you pull on, and it's the problem with the first one, which is why I didn't care about it. You pull on like any thread, and it just like all starts to fall apart. You're just like, wait, what? Like, hold on, what? Like, the idea that he can attack her in her dreams, they're sort of like unable to wake her up, but then in the final scene, the other people can attack the grabber, even though like he really only is existing in her. Like, what is the universe we're living in here? Like, what are the rules of like the dream, not the dream? She's being hurt, but then the grabber can hurt other people even though they're not dreaming. Like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't really working for me. We've already made fun of the grabber as a name. I would actually posit that the only reason that this, to the extent this series continues, it is because the mask and the like villain appearance is very striking. Like it carries the movie in some ways. I think it looks
John,
crappier here.
Dead
because they give
on. The only reason these movies exist and are still being made is The Mask and Ethan Hawke.
But is
Period.
Ethan Hawke even in it? Like, he's truly, at least in the first film, there's
He's
like
got a
several
creep. He
scenes.
does the creepy voice well.
No, absolutely. But there's like several scenes in the first film where he's acting no mask. There is not a scene where he is. Yeah, there. Rachel. I mean, I'm almost.
Oh, right, when
positive.
he's like kidnapping them.
Yeah. Here, there is not a scene where you get a clean Ethan Hawke face at any point. So
Yeah, I get the point that Schnars is making. I mean, I honestly don't know, but I can see what you're talking about because even like the parts that they do show his face, like you said earlier, he's pretty mangled, so it'd be pretty easy to cover up a stuntman.
Sure. I mean, look, he can. I'm not saying he isn't in the movie at all. He's definitely there.
Yeah.
But it's what's the guy who does Mandalorian? Is it
Yeah,
Pedro
Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
It's like
Baby Yoda.
they're not paying Pedro Pascal to be on set to play all the Mandalorian scenes when he's got his mask
Grogu.
on. I'm just telling you right now.
John,
Yeah.
go ask your business friends if he was in it. I don't know.
I'm gonna- I
John.
would love
can
to find
only,
out one
I can
day.
only presume. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have much that's very eloquent to say about this movie because like there are truly few things in modern horror that baffle me more than the continued popularity of this or the first movie. This, I don't know if I've given a movie this rating this year, but there's a very particular Eric rating I'm going to give this, which is this movie is ass. It is.
Wow.
It
I wouldn't go
is
that. I would not go
nothing-
that hard. Just to be
nothing.
It's
clear.
ass.
about it.
It's no, I don't like a single thing about it. It is all style over substance. It is this goddamn incessant filtering and like little film transitions and little flippy doos and like but nothing is happening. So it's like, sure, it's visually in the beginning, you're like, okay, there's like a style here, but then that's it. And then it's just over and over. There's so much CGI. Like that lake is not real. I'm not convinced this entire thing wasn't a set.
There's no water in the whole.
And they do this thing where like it's like you got the characters in the foreground, immediately behind them they put the phone in the two benches to make you feel like it's real, and then 1000% everything beyond 10 feet is fake, and it's really, really bad CGI, and it makes it feel. What?
You froze for a second, and I was like, oh. Man, if he dropped out,
No, it just makes it feel faker and even worse than it is because everything looks fake. The dialogue is terrible. It's not scary. I don't even. It's nearly impossible to even follow the story. I like I said, I would have had much more respect for it if they had just done a really crass thing and just been like, he's a Freddy Krueger now. Like he is just a slasher guy, and like he's in there everybody's dreams, and let's just make Dream Warriors. Like in a weird way, I would have just respected that more. I don't get Black Phone 1. I think Black Phone 2 is infinitely worse than a movie I already didn't like. And like, I just think this is normie horror, honestly. This is the kind of shit to me that like a normal person goes to the theater and they're like, oh, I saw Black Phone. It was spooky. Like, it's just the fucking mask. It's a cool mask. And that's it. I don't get it. And like, young Grabber, first of all, he's called Grabber. Second of all, young Grabber. Third of all, the actor who plays the dad acts like this is his first day on fucking Earth. I cannot remember a funnier, more obtuse performance in a film than the father in this movie. It's truly awful in a truly awful movie. Every time he came on the screen, I started laughing. I was like, "What movie is this guy in?" Because it's not this one.
He thought he was going to be the grabber. He's just
pissed.
Am I grabbing?
He's pissed because he's not the grabber, and so he's just sandbagging the whole thing.
I'm sorry, Rachel.
That's Jeremy Davies. I'm a fan.
Never seen him in my life.
Him.
Sure, he's a lovely
Lost.
gentleman. He's terrible in it. He's miscast or something. Like, I couldn't stop staring at his fake hairline and his black hair. And
I
like,
think that's his hair.
There's not this part. I can tell you that. Come on, Rachel. You know.
God, that's
you
what it
know.
looks
His
like.
hair
on-
has looked crazy. Like, so fun fact.
It's looked like that for
he
like
was
20
on
years.
a show called Justified, and at the time my partner made a Twitter that was named Dewey, whatever his last name's hairline. And he would tweet from it. Like
Wow.
Dewey Bennett, Dewey or Dickie Bennett, whatever his Dickie Bennett, Dickie
it was
Bennett's
Dickie.
hairline. And he would tweet from it. So if anybody got trolled by that person, he wouldn't really do that. But,
Can we talk about Mustang for a minute?
I don't know
Must
what your
we?
guys' problem is with Mustang.
must we?
I like. What's the issue with Mustang, Rachel?
Besides the name? I'm sure Rachel has
The
actual
fact that
thoughts
she
about
was
this,
doing like John Wayne core through the whole movie, I was like, no, this person does not exist unless this is, no.
I love
very,
it.
I thought LGBTQ
Cringe.
coded, I felt like, which was interesting in this Christian camp.
I mean, visually, sure, but when she's like, well, howdy, partners, you want to saddle? I'm like, kill me now, grab her,
Also, like,
take
why-
me.
Why are you here? And then in one of the scenes where all the shit's going down, the horse is just running around, and I'm like,
Well, because they have a plow.
it's not
that's
the
pulled by a
1800s.
horse.
I guess. What are you plowing in the middle of winter, John?
Well,
Right.
they're plowing the ice.
is that a
so
trick
they can
question?
Ice skate. Yeah.
Well, got to keep warm somehow, Rachel.
They gotta plant those winter crops.
Guys, this movie sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, like I really would like to be polite. And here's the thing: you sort of mentioned, and this is the part that I struggle with. As a business person trying to figure out the horror space, like this movie made a lot of money.
I know. That's why I'm
Like,
angry.
it is baffling at a certain level. I do think, Eric, your point about it as like normcore horror, 100%.
This is the kind of shit, like, I'm going to see a bunch of my friends this weekend, 100%. One of my friends or tangential people is going to be like, hey, have you seen Black Phone 2? And I'd be like, fuck out of here. I have a recommendation for you.
Like,
You're going to love it. It's called Serbian Film. Come back to me after you've seen it. We'll talk.
Oh, damn.
So dark.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
there is something to the level of religiosity in this and its
Yeah.
normie
Yeah.
coreness, because the other
Can we
movie that
also blame
crushed
Lorraine
this
and
year,
Ed Warren for this?
correct. Like there is something about trying to recreate the formula of The Conjuring through this. Like I just rewatched Black Phone to prepare for this. And there are references to her, like she prays at some point, and there's like a point where she's like, basically like, fuck you, Jesus. Like you're not bringing my brother back, so I'm done with you. So for it to come around in this one and suddenly it becomes where she's like shouting Bible verses and she's like a secret Christian. It's just such a bizarre
secret
like
Christian.
twist. She's like a closeted Christian because remember his dad and his hairline don't like Christianity.
But she's a Christian curses,
Well, 'cause
so
the
she's
mom
cool.
was Christian,
This is like
and,
my
like,
born
that's,
again
like, part of her
cousins who were into
connection.
Christian rock. when they were kids.
Yeah, to me there's something there that
Whoa.
feels like I said trying to like tap into this vein of like as a business person bringing in the normies and the Christians.
Look, they
to
made
the-
You
this
think
movie.
I'm hot when I talk about Jesus?
This movie's budget, at least on IMDb, is $30 million. So like when you're making a movie for that much money, it has to appeal to a very broad. Like this is not a movie. Even when they were greenlighting it, they were greenlighting it like this is going to be for everyone, not like this is the movie we want normies to see at Halloween. It's not for down the middle horror fans, and I mean, I don't know anything about Scott Derrickson or Cargill, like, or whoever gave them the feedback, like, hey, put a little more Jesus in this, like, but
They sure did.
it probably
When he's like walking
doesn't
back
hurt.
and forth in front of the lit up cross, I was like,
Yeah.
goodbye any stakes whatsoever. You know, like,
Yeah. Does anyone get killed? I'm trying to think. Does
just
any
the kids.
That's a
Yeah,
great
just
question.
Just
Yeah.
the kids.
Who are already
Because,
dead?
like,
yeah, they're already dead.
Like the ones that like people take like an ice skate to the face, but that's I don't know.
Oh, can we talk about him being on the ice skates? Like, is it
Oh my
supposed to
God.
be funny?
The ice skates are ridiculous.
At that point, I was just kind of delighted by how absurd it was. Like when he's
Also,
just
like,
like
he
puffing
but
away on the
also-
ice.
And here's where they're really fucking up if we're really just ripping Freddy Krueger here. He's in a dream. So why is he bound by the laws of space and time? Like, why does he need ice skates to go faster?
Yeah. And why would we see his tracks?
Yeah.
John,
But
Freddy,
this is my whole point about
Freddy
like, when
kills
it comes-
someone in Freddy's Dead with a power glove.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. That was cool
I mean,
at the time.
You don't have to tell
I
me.
think you
Yeah.
could make a case for how the logic of this film works, but it doesn't. Like you have to do it. You know what I mean? That he's in this weird liminal space
But even
Yeah.
the logic
at the
that
source
like
of his power.
first of all, my least favorite trope in supernatural movies is we have to put this thing to rest, so it leaves us alone. But they don't even do it
1,000,000%.
right here because they're putting the kids to rest to get him to leave them alone. That's not how it works, guys.
Well, and also, what was he doing for the last 4 years when he wasn't showing up in her dreams? Because the camp people are like, oh yeah, weird stuff started to happen about 4, and they were like, oh, 4 years.
and
ago,
why would he
that's
lead
when
them
got
to the
killed."
camp when that's the solution
Come
to
on,
putting
guys.
him back?
Yeah.
4 years is about the time he would need for further Brazilian jiu-jitsu training and his kung fu.
Well, no, I mean, it's not easy to learn how to ice skate as an adult, Casey.
Well,
true.
I don't know if
Also
you know,
true.
but
Same.
Wild Bill Hickok was very good on the skates. There is a line of dialogue.
Wait, was that his
Accuracy
name?
police. Yeah, well, that was what his camp
W-
nickname because
Oh yeah,
they
wow.
all-
Yeah.
and that's why they're scratching it in the,
The
ice.
WBH. Yeah.
They're all these
Oh
things.
my god!
are,
By the
are
time
kind of
the
addressed.
second scene where we see them scratching a letter in the ice, it was like, am I gonna have to wait this whole fucking movie to see this word spelled out? I will riot.
Yeah. There was another point I was going to ask about. I can't remember.
I wanted to point out, while it was just, definitely, I thought the most absurd kill in the movie, but I still had to laugh and appreciate for it, was when the grabber had the sister in the phone booth and started her like a boat motor. And started spinning around in a circle
yeah,
inside
yeah,
the phone booth with the pull cord.
I did like how she was like splattering blood all over everybody's face though when it was happening.
Yeah. That's what I mean, though. It was absolutely absurd, but at the same time, as a diehard horror fan and gorehound, that's pretty funny.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I like couldn't. As soon as you like, you have to accept that there's this phone booth in the middle of a camp,
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere, right next to the lake, as Eric points out. Which obviously, whether or not the lake was there, like there's just no part of it that makes any goddamn sense.
It doesn't make sense. No.
I mean, it was this 80s. There were payphones around.
But Rachel, even if there
It's
was
not
a
even that
payphone,
it's
you
at the
wouldn't
camp.
Put it right next to the lake.
It's not even that it's at the camp. It's at the
It's in the
lake.
middle of nowhere. It's like just out in the middle of the freaking
in the
ground.
beach area. I don't
It's
know.
not even
mean-
like it's next to the office or something. It's just on the
Yeah.
ground, 30 yards from
fair
the
enough.
You
lake.
don't
I
have
was
the
gonna
phones
say-
accessible at camp. That's the whole point of camp. Is like to
I was
not
going
have
to
the
say,
phones.
as a veteran of summer camps, I mean, there are payphones, but like Eric said, they're always at the office. At least in my
Was that an
experience.
Alpine summer camp?
I
That's
never
the
went to an
question.
overnight
It was
camp.
it was
What
a
you don't
summer
know
summer
is
camp.
Alpine
Casey-
summer camps like them lakeside.
Casey, did yours actually have a? I never went to an overnight camp, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I had a couple. They always had a payphone up front because there's always kids that get homesick. I have to call home or something.
We sent my kids. My kids were at summer camp this summer for 3 weeks. They were allowed one phone call over 3 weeks, and it was not a payphone. They
Sounds
just
like
had to
prison.
call
Yeah.
from
I was like prison rules.
It's wonderful.
Trade cigarettes to call home.
No, it's just you have to go to the
No,
office, and
they do that on purpose. As a Girl Scout summer camp counselor, once you let them call home at one time, it opens up the floodgates of homesickness, and it becomes a new challenge.
yeah.
The longer you get them to go with one phone call, the better they do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, whatever. The phone.
Yeah, it's just
And
silly.
the fact that the grabber has to communicate with people over the phone in the first place. Like, I realize it's from the first movie, but it's just like, what are we doing here? That's what I said the first time, and we're back doing it again.
Yeah.
I mean, that
We
always
are
feels like
back.
very Twilight Zone-y to me. Like, not everything has to be explained in a supernatural setting. This is like I said, it's bitch eating crackers vibes. You're not at the
Yeah.
phone.
But
the
there,
phone.
I don't know. There's a little bit of
I
like,
am, yeah.
Well, I was thinking about that too, with like the Nightmare on Elm Street comparisons. It was not like it wasn't until like the third or fourth movie till we got any kind of explanation on how Freddy became, isn't it?
Let me think about it. No, because you find out in the first
had
film that
hints.
you find out in the
third
first
one,
film that
right?
the parents killed him because she finds his glove in the
in the basement.
in
right?
the furnace in the basement. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like the third one where they brought in all the mysticism stuff, wasn't it? In the 3D one.
Well,
About how he was like actually created.
so
Yeah.
The
Maybe, yeah.
bastard son of 1,000 maniacs or
so,
whatever. Is that what
so
you're talking about?
part 3 is Dream Warriors. I literally just watched this. So we do. That's where there's like a spirit like Amanda Kruger, who is his mother, and that's where you get the story about like what happened to
Right.
her. It's really like horrendous. I don't think there's much lore in part 4, other than that.
Six is where
Freddy's
you
dead
get the,
changes a
like,
bunch of shit.
Like Mesopotamian snake
Yeah.
monster thing.
The demons
But-
and shit, which is
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah,
But my point was to what Rachel was saying. In Nightmare, they kind of grew that organically over, 6 or 7 movies, whereas this one, they're trying to shoehorn a lot of that backstory all at once at us.
yeah. The thing that Dream Warriors did that made it really interesting was it expanded on the idea of the dreams themselves and the idea that the people who were having the dreams could sort of conjure powers and weapons against him, and
Yeah.
that's a trope that continued from 3, 4, 5.
well, that happens in like a 5-minute sequence in Black Phone 2.
Right. Exactly.
Like,
That's the Neo
Actually-
moment where she's like,
but then she isn't really able to
With
do
Jesus'
that
power.
in the final fight. Like, I don't know.
Carol,
Rachel,
didn't
I
go
was just
into
going to make the
lie.
point that, like, I don't think I understand that everything doesn't have to be explained. It's just like there's like a level of like ridiculousness that I'm like willing to tolerate and sort of like goofballness.
you'll act like we didn't watch every 80s horror movie and go like, yeah, sure, that makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
It's not
I
the
think
80s
it's-
anymore.
Yeah,
Context
and
matters.
I also think like this isn't presented
But that's
as
the
a
golden
thing
era.
that's
But-
goofy. Maybe in 10 years we're all going to look back and be like, "Wow, that's a goofy
But
fun
80s
time."
horror
But-
though mostly
People
still
watching
also,
this as kids will.
but 80s horror also mostly had a campy or like a sort of silly over the top vibe. A lot of it, maybe not all of it, but a lot of it, especially the slasher stuff. And like
Stop making me defend this movie.
that's another thing but that's another thing I find so grating about these movies is just this like complete lack of sense of humor and kind of unending drabness and dourness to the whole affair. So
Yes.
there's nothing fun.
There's no
about it.
jokes. You know, when people were cracking up in my theater, I had a pretty full theater last night because it was Tuesday. It was like it's like half price at AMC's. So it was quite full. The scene when she's in bed with him, when Gwen gets into Ernesto's bed, and they have this like exchange, people were legit like cackling in the
Yeah,
theater.
yeah. Especially
And
when the
not
brother's
in the,
like,
like-
am I beautiful?" Like that, it brought down the house.
No,
Yeah,
but
they were
even before the brother comes in,
really.
like their dialogue is just so freaking cheesy. People
Yeah.
were just not having it.
Isn't that where
I
she
feel like
asked
I
him,
heard
"Do you think it's
giggles
hot that I
with the
talk to
ice skating,
Jesus?"
too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was. I can't even remember. I just remember looking around, and being like, "Oh man, these guys are."
Yeah.
This is.
I will
not
tell
how
you,
this
the
is meant to
people in my
land.
theaters were having a great time.
Really?
Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I get that we've seen probably a
No.
lot more horror than they have.
I buy
and
that. That's
whatever.
part of what enrages me about it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
good for them, I suppose.
Look,
but
if this is entry point horror, like great, and like I'm happy for more people to engage horror movies, and like maybe they'll come along and find other things that are not Black
Yeah.
Phone related. But
Like Black Phone 3. Because you know there's gonna be a Black Phone 3.
Do you
we
think they'll
think
do
that
it?
he is awoken with lightning at the bottom of that lake at the beginning of
Yeah.
Black Phone 3?
here's
Do
the
you
thing:
think-
if that happened, I'm signing up. Like that, I would sign up for.
I
Do
mean,
you
there's
think-
obviously a lot of metal drums down there.
That's true.
do you think that they will make the a 3?
In like
they
in-
better.
in
Like
black.
Blathriac Phone 3?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they have to. I think that's a law now, isn't it?
Or
Maybe
the
they
C?
just turn it sideways into, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Would you recommend this movie, Rachel?
No, I don't think so.
Casey?
No, sir, I would not.
Jonathan?
No.
I'm also a no. As if it was up in the air.
Wouldn't that have been a twist?
That's gonna
Yeah.
do it
You're
for
like,
Black.
honestly, sure.
In
it's a
case
good
you're
sit.
wondering.
It's just ass.
I'm just listen. Whatever gets me faster to next week when we can talk about this new movie from the Frankie Frico guy. Let's take a quick break and do some fan mail.
Send feedback to info@bloodygoodhorror.com or on Twitter using hashtag AskBGH. Join Patreon to get back episodes and much more. Patreon.com/bloodygoodhorror.
And we're back. Levi says it'll be Black Fawn 3. That could be, yeah.
It's true.
Good call. Jace, my teenagers are very excited to see this. I guess the demographic is the audience. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think
That's
Sure.
probably true.
I
They'll
buy
probably have
this
a
as
great
teenager
time.
horror.
Yeah.
Spooky Mama, Schnaps ain't giving nothing tonight. No, he's withholding.
You think it feels bad on your end, folks. Imagine when you're the ones giving and getting
Rachel,
nothing.
Come on.
No, it's terrible. Patreon.com/bloodygoodhorror. That's where you can get a live stream of this show, back episodes, access to Slack, and support the show. John, didn't even say this off the top. I can't believe it, but we're officially in our 19th year.
We did it.
Damn.
We did it.
Halloween is our anniversary. That was when we launched.
Yeah.
With a review of 2 movies. which is insane that we had that much time in our lives to do that.
Yeah, we were recording for. We would routinely go 2 hours.
Young and full of piss and vinegar, as they say. So yeah, check us out, Patreon. Casey, what do we got on Threads?
All right, we got 2 threads tonight. First one is from our buddy, the Jace, once again. Joe Hill has several good books and stories. Maybe they could consider making one of those. Nosferatu would be a great place to start. Got good news for you, Jace. There is a Nosferatu TV show.
2 seasons on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Oh, really? I didn't know. Okay.
And Horns was Joe Hill
Yeah.
with Daniel Radcliffe, which I was pretty fond of myself.
Yeah, we covered that. God, what was that? Like 10 years ago?
Yeah,
Horns was good. John, what's happening outside?
Dude.
That was crazy.
I think your train's loose. But he also had there was another TV
That
show.
did sound like a train.
Yeah. They had Lock and Key, which was another mini series of his based off a comic book series that he
That's
wrote, which is
right.
it was pretty decent, but it didn't last, unfortunately.
Yeah. That got like 3 seasons, though, didn't it?
I think it was
Netflix
2 or
too?
3.
At
Yeah,
least 2. At least
Yeah.
2.
I was hoping for more
love-
though.
I'd love to see them do Heart-Shaped Box. That was a
Yeah,
really
that's
good
what
one.
I was gonna say.
I gotta
he's a
believe
really
everything
creepy
of his has been optioned. Like, I don't think any of that stuff
Yeah.
is
They
available.
don't make the farm, man. Ugh.
I mean, he's got it. That's the nice thing, though. To Jason's point too, Joe Hill is a great writer on his own right, despite any connection to his dad, which is the whole reason of the name change and stuff too. I'm sure.
Despite the fact that that's the most anyone has ever inherited someone's DNA
Yeah,
I know.
in the history
The
of
looks
seed
the
is
just like
strong.
him.
The seed is strong.
All right. There's no questioning that they are related.
Yeah.
All right, next up, this one's for Schnars. So this comes from Elwood Jones 99. Why is it only Eli who does the promotion for the horror section production? Why not John, especially with that laid-back swagger and jazz radio voice?
Yeah,
which
where's
I'm sure
the
the
swagger?
BGH masses agree could melt the butter you kept in your pocket for lunch.
You just imagine
Lunch
a
butter,
picture.
we
It's
called
just
it.
like, it's like a black, a very austere black stage. John's wearing a suit, like Twilight Zone style, and he comes up and he's just like, "Hi, I'm John Schnars.
Yeah.
You might know me from Duke University."
Oh, but like,
Duke shirt. Hey,
I thought you must have noticed.
this is a good. John, do you remember, John, in the pandemic when I dressed up as you for Halloween for a Halloween party?
100%. Yeah.
And then, or no, the first Halloween party, I dressed up as you, and then the next year, I dressed up as Pandemic Schnars. So I had like a wig, and like I was a little more disheveled,
Well, yeah, we were all a little more disheveled.
Yeah.
Casey, look, I'm gonna work on it. That's Elwood, I guess. Thank you for
Time
the
to
question.
get into your
and
influencer era.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm
You gotta
here.
go
I'm
on it, John.
promoting via Bloody Good Horror. That is the channel that I bring to the horror section party. So
If you got it, you got to flaunt it.
yeah.
That's it for Threads, Eric.
John, is Dream Eater still out there? Probably, right?
Yeah,
For Halloween?
yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back in some theaters, smaller footprint for sure, week 2, but we'll be back. Got
Okay.
some-
Well, don't forget to check out our interview in the feed here.
Heck yes.
We got one email tonight from Emily. Emily says, Emily in Portland. Hi, parasocial friends. I'm consistently surprised, delighted, and even frustrated by how strong the horror movie bench is. I'm talking about the excellent movies that get released but no one talks about or even watches. I'm saying this because I'm making my way through my Tubi watch list. I feel like Tubi especially is a warehouse of underappreciated horror. The specific movie that spurred me to send this email is one called The Wind. It's a Western horror film from 2018. It surprised me with how well made it is, plus it has some legitimate scares. It may not be perfect, but it deserves some recognition. Do any of you have some backlist horror you wish received more attention? It's called The Vordelak, but also I'm psyched she brings up The Wind because Emily, Bloody Good Horror, reviewed The Wind, so it was appreciated by us. It was on my top 10 list that year. That movie absolutely enchanted me, and I actually think about it fairly often, although I've not revisited it. Maybe I should.
Episode
I will
522.
co-sign that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wind is excellent. Emma Tammy, woman director. She has a movie coming out this year. You may have heard of it. It's called Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Ah,
That's from the
got
director of
I
The
got
Wind.
the trailer for.
She directed the first one as well. Yes. And
Wow.
as for my backlog of movies that I feel like do not get enough love, I have an entire podcast called More Deadly, and there are hundreds that you can enjoy.
I thought you were going to say Five Nights at Freddy's, but
So, Emily, I would say check out More Deadly. I would also say another great way is like we've reviewed a lot of this stuff. If you, a plug, if you become a patron, go listen to all of our year-end episodes. They're all titled Year Ender. You can do a quick search. That's really, not only do we do all of our personal, or we do our top tens, but also like what's in our bullpen, what's just missed out. Like you could go do all our, I mean, we've been doing this for, how long have we been doing top tens for, John? 10 years, at least 15 years?
oh yeah, more
Yeah.
than that. Yeah, it's like 13
So
or
you
14.
could go out there right now and get over 100 of our favorite movies from the last 2 decades of horror. So
yeah.
patreon.com.
I want to
Slash Going
comment
Horror.
too to Emily's comment on Tubi. Tubi is a great place to find some weird horror that you've never seen. And my view, I was always a big fan of the days of cable before we got the digital cable and the menus. So, you know, the flipping the channels and hunting for something to watch and finding stuff that way. Tubi's like the closest thing we got now. There's piles of crap you've never heard of that looks interesting. You go down there, you're going to get some stinkers, but you're going to find some gems too. It's a fun place to get back to, like, just hunting for a horror movie to watch.
Yeah. And go watch The Borderlack. Oh, and Frogman. Go watch Frogman.
Yeah, I was going to say
Frogman.
Frogman.
Yes.
I don't know if it's on, I don't remember if it's on Tubi, but Frogman is the movie you need, Emily.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
I know it
I was-
sounds
Oh,
ridiculous and it sounds
This
like
is
a
so funny.
bit, but I mean it.
No, it's great. Levi says Eric loves The Wind. It's true. And Levi, I've been talking about this movie since I saw it.
Movie's great.
It's a good movie.
I definitely find a way to work a mention of The Wind like at least once a year.
Yeah.
Every year since I've seen it.
I was going to say really quick, Horns, episode 307.
Nice.
Sorry, I was just scrolling through the back catalog.
Orange is
'cause I was-
great.
Yeah,
300, that probably would have been the early 2010s, I would guess.
give or take.
Spooky Mama in our chat. Anyone excited about Shelby Oaks, Keeper, or Dream Eater? Evil Dead Burn? What is Evil Dead Burn? I heard somebody
It's
mention
the
it.
new Evil Dead.
It's a new Evil Dead.
Yeah, it's coming next year, I think.
Hot take, guys. I don't really care for those new Evil Dead movies.
I like
And
the
maybe
first one.
maybe the second one just put a bad taste in my mouth, the first one. But now in general, I'm just like, I'd rather just go watch the actual Evil Dead movies. I feel.
Sure, okay.
The first one, the first of the remakes holds up fairly well to me, anyways. I rewatched it like last year.
Also, Levi says Shelby Oaks was ... disappointing.
That's what I keep hearing.
Not the
I
only
have not
person I've
seen
heard that
one
from.
person go hard for that movie. Not one.
It had a really good trailer, and it seems like a lot of people are then going to see it and being like,
Well, it seems like everybody's talking about it online too before they saw it.
Keeper, I'm pretty interested.
Me too.
Pretty interested.
I heard those Dream Eater guys are sus.
Look, Dream Eater
delightful
Guys?
crew.
Guys.
and
Wow,
gal.
Casey.
Sorry, I didn't
glorious
get to.
team.
I didn't get to interview anybody, so I don't know.
Casey, they're also acting in the film, so you know you can, you'll see them there. Eric, are you going to show the girls any spooky movies this week?
Ooh.
We just watched, much to their chagrin, we rewatched Ernest Scared Stupid.
You're gonna say that.
I knew you were going there too.
They really find it disgusting how slimy and like snotty they are, and it's delightful for me. And they're like, ew. And I always think about how I was reading they repurposed costumes from Killer Clowns for that movie. They like took a bunch of the clown heads and repainted them to be trolls.
We, I don't know if I told you guys this. Maybe I did last time. We started watching Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Oh yes,
Just me and the girls. My son like refuses because he knew it was going to scare him. It's pretty scary. I mean, it's great. We watched it on the show. I just hadn't.
How's
seen
the
it since we
pacing
watched
on it? Because that's where I run into them with some of the kids these days. Man, have the fucking worst attention
Here's the
spans
thing,
than I
like,
do.
well, you've seen it, Eric. I mean, you're probably like me. You might not remember. Like, the main characters are kids that are like basically their age. Like, it's like a 10-year-old is the main
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
So that's like enough to kind of like pull them through. It's fun. Like we got to finish it, but it was like getting to the point where they were like almost too scared, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
fuck,
some of
we
that
gotta do
carnival stuff is scary as hell.
something. Yeah. Well, the spider scene was like really getting some folks. I know that was
That's
like,
a good-
it's like
that's a good
Rachel's
one.
worst nightmare.
The 9-year-old is like interested, but you know, like the 7-year-old is just like she's so sweet. I don't think she can handle it.
Yeah.
Although this year, so last year, Ernest scared her, and that led to a whole conversation where I explained to her how makeup effects work. So then now, anytime she sees something scary, she's like, "It's just a person in a costume with makeup on." I'm like, "You got it,
Yeah.
dude.
Aw,
That's it."
that's adorable.
How are you going to explain all the spiders in Something Wicked This Way Comes?
It's
Yeah.
been so long as I've seen it. I don't remember. What was that other Disney movie we did that was animated or something that was sort of a long lost spooky thing? I
Black
think it was a
Cauldron?
Joe pick.
Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
Cauldron.
Is that one?
That's a
scary?
classic.
I can't remember.
It is less
I loved
scary.
it when I was
That's
kid,
kind of
but it's
that's kind
scary.
of is that like a cell shaded Ralph
That's more
Bakshi
dark
kind of a thing?
That's more dark fantasy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's pretty straight animation from what I
Yeah.
remember. Like it's not.
It's based off a
Tim
kids
Burton's
series.
Disney movie. Yeah.
I think I remember. Okay, I mean, it's come back to me. It was like this period of Disney right before they kind of got lighter in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like there's a
it
whole
was-
like raising of a skeleton army that like goes marching that I remember
Right.
being really scary.
I
as a
love
kid,
a
but I liked
skeleton army.
it. Me too.
My favorite
Me
thing.
too.
But
Bones.
they're based off of kids' books.
Interesting. Okay. Let me check Instagram. I don't think we had a lot, but let's see. Oh, Jay says Watcher in the Woods. Is that what I'm thinking about?
Yeah, that Watcher's a
Oh,
Watcher
not
in the Woods
Betty
is a good one.
Davis.
I don't remember if we covered that one, but it is a
I
classic.
think we
Disney one.
did. I think we did.
It's another good. I miss the era of Disney being absolutely terrifying. I was just talking about the black hole. A friend of mine has a kid, like a little one, and we were talking about scary movies, and I was just like, and I remember how messed up I was at the end of Black Hole, and I don't know, I was formative and important.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to love Black Hole.
That
You guys
ending.
did cover Watcher in the Woods. I was not on that episode. That's why I didn't remember.
That's been a long time. Even those Escape to Witch Mountain movies are kind of fun. From that era.
Oh, I wonder if that's something they'd be into.
I don't remember those are more. I think those are more adventure than scary. But I don't remember.
All right, let's take a look at Instagram. Not much, but Blob Nelson replies with, "Who is Phone?"
Exactly.
I don't know who Phone is, but I know who Black Phone is. It's Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Oh, we got. All right, let's see. We got a couple things here. Jay says, "Watcher in the Woods." That's the one Eric thought was going to be animated the whole time. Don't remember that whatsoever. Spooky Mama says, "I need a good rec for my sweet 7-year-old. She's asking for something spooky, and I am so unsure what to show her. It's
Oh.
called Ernest Scared Stupid."
Sure. I was going to
Called
say Monster House.
Return to Oz.
I was going to say Monster House too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Monster House
7 I think is all right. I showed my kids
Return to
Monster
Oz.
House when they were
That'll
like 5.
Mess up
I
a
tried to show Monster House
30-year-old.
when they were like 5 and 3, and it scared the shit.
Well,
out of both of
I
them.
mean, but like, it's, I think, less scary than Paranorman. I think Paranorman is scarier than
Do we
Monster
think
House, so-
my
Oh.
children are ready for
Frank and Weenie.
Return to
Frankenweenie's good,
Oz?
No, that's what
Return
Rachel
to
just said.
Oz.
It's,
Yes, it's the best.
Do we think they're
I
ready
watched
for
it as a little kid.
shock therapy?
I don't think they'll understand that it's starting. Like they're not going to totally understand what's like. When I watched that again as an adult, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah,
but I
Return
didn't
to
as a kid
Oz
understand
is a
that.
good pull for older kids for sure. What was I just thinking of? You just said something, Casey. What did you say, Casey?
Frank and Weenie.
Frank and Weenie. My kids love Coraline. Coraline is
Yeah.
great because it is. I think Coraline
Coraline's
is scary.
scary.
as
Coraline
shit.
is scary, yeah.
Yeah.
But my kids,
She's
my
like a
kids love
spider
it.
lady.
And I said that to them the other day, and they're like, "It's not scary." And I'm like, "That's Spider Lady. It's
They could
fucking
totally do
terrifying."
Return to Oz then. They'll be fine with the Wheelers. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, maybe it's a Return to Oz time. That's a good call. Dottie is in the chat. She's not always with us. She says the severed head at the end of Something Wicked was enough for me to say maybe next year to my 8-year-old. And she says
Fair.
Pirates of the Caribbean was a fun, spooky one for my kids.
So my kids have
Yeah.
watched the first 2 Pirates of the Caribbean recently. Those are fun. So they're adventure. It's like not that horror. Yep.
Dusty's seen Ernest Scared Stupid because he just says Miak. Hell yeah. Levi, Rachel, if you're watching one movie for Halloween, what is it?
Oh God. I feel like I'm due for a rewatch of Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because you want it to be kind of like Halloweeny, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Although
we
I'm
watch.
watching
Colleen and I watch it every year, usually in the afternoon on Halloween. We probably will this year too, just for that very reason. It feels Halloweeny, and it's perfect for before the trick or treaters show up.
Right. Totally. I feel like I just watched something super Halloweeny, but I can't remember what it was because I have. a gold
Yeah, I think
memory.
Trick or Treat is great, like background mood setting. I can
Yeah.
get into that. Brian Wolford says, "How mad will old man Eric be if they make a part 3?" It's
You
coming.
just
I think
assume it's happening.
I just need to acquiesce to it at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because it did really well, right? Isn't that the whole? Like I
it
saw
didn't
the
do as well
headlines
as the
of, like-
first one. The first one
Okay.
did better, but
So
That
yeah,
almost
it's
surprises me.
hyperbolic headlines about like saving Bloomhouse this year.
well, they had a rough year. I think it will depend
Oh, how
on
the mighty have fallen.
if Scott and if Derrickson and what's his name, the co-writer, want to come back. I mean,
I'll
they
just
might do
never-
it without them, but that would be my
I will
Eric's
never.
secret nemesis,
What? Who's my secret nemesis?
Cargill.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Not secret anymore. I'll just never forget watching Jason Blum appear on the Joe Bob episode. They were playing, I don't remember what they were playing, but they had him on because Halloween Kills was about to come out. And I just remember thinking, like, man, this is like one of the cockiest. Like, they were on a ride at that point, they were on a roll. First Halloween Murdered. He was talking shit about, he sort of subtweeted the Texas Chainsaw reboot that was about to come out. Basically was like talking about how there was another franchise reboot about to come out and he thinks they were doing it the wrong way. And like, he was so cocky. And then I watched Halloween Kills and I'm like, this man is high on his own supply. And literally since then, Blumhouse has just been straight down the crapper, guys. Like, Megan was their biggest thing and it was an accident. No?
We'll see,
Boogity.
Eric.
That's another good
they
one.
they can always rise. They can rise.
Yeah. I
Pride
think they
comes
need to
before
settle
the
on a new
fall,
model
John.
and they'll be all
you
right.
know?
Look, if you want some ideas, he could give me a call and we can
There you go.
get into it. Happy to-
This is a good one. Last question of the evening from Jordan. What's your favorite snow horror movie that's not The Shining?
The Thing. Come on. It's like,
Yeah, it's the thing.
guys, it's right there.
I mean, that's not fair.
Thing. I'm trying to think of.
You
there's
got to say
gotta
not
be-
The Thing and not The Shining. Then what's the next one?
Yeah.
So
And
funny,
then
we
I'd
were
have
just
to think
talking about this, like, because blood looks so good on the snow. I'm trying to think what.
I like
Well, there's
that.
that. Isn't
we
that
are
movie
still.
Dead Snow with like the?
I'm gonna
zombie,
Google it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it
Nazis.
because I need
Dead
somebody to tell me
Snow.
what they are.
I don't think all of us liked it, but I like that we are still here movie from a few years ago.
All right, here's some.
The
remember
answer's
that.
obviously Dream
2015.
Eater. Hello.
Christ,
I
that's
got a
10 years
good one
ago.
at least for the discussion. I got a couple. Misery,
Yeah, that's good.
snow movie, 100%. They call it Blackcoat's Daughter a snow movie. Like, okay,
Yeah.
it's set in the winter. 30 Days of
Lodge.
Night, not bad. Let the Right
Lodge.
One
I've
In.
not seen
I would.
Lodge.
I would definitely call
Oh,
Let the Right One In. a
Let the
snow
right one
movie.
Yeah.
in. Yes.
Dreamcatcher. I don't know. People like.
No,
Oh,
terrible.
John. Jack Frost.
Hey.
Black Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna go see that at the place. I didn't even talk about this. I saw Possession
Oh yeah.
On
Well,
the
you
big
told us
screen
about it. You didn't talk
last
about it
week.
on the show.
We haven't done a show yet. I saw it last week. I don't fucking know. Time is a flat circle, but I have like flipped all the way around now, and I think that movie is fucking genius. And like, it was just so weird the first time I saw it. I don't know what to make of it. Seeing that lead actress's performance on the big screen, I have not stopped thinking about it since then. It's like one of the most fascinating performances I've ever seen. Also, Sam Neill is also acting like he's new and giving the weirdest performance ever. But hers is, she's so affecting in that film. It's just wild.
I've never watched
It's so uncomfortable, and it's a film. It's one of those films that's designed to be. Every space in that movie is designed to make you uncomfortable, and like seeing it on the big screen is like it's like happening to you. You're like being assaulted by the movie.
Is Joe Bob where you saw it first? Because he did that, didn't he?
I actually saw it on my own without Joe Bob like a couple weeks before he did it, and I kind of wish I had waited, honestly, because it's so long.
See, I had someone like tell me basically because there's a version of it on Shudder, I think, and they were like, "Oh no, you got to watch on big screen, like because Shudder stuff, it's all like 720p.
Sure,
it's not gonna like look as good." So I've kind of like just been like, "I'll catch it at some point." I got
something
get, like,
about being in a
4K or
theater and
something.
being very like I couldn't look away. You're just like beholden to it. Was like, man, it got to me. It's really good. It was amazing.
I need to see it again. I think I saw it like 20 years ago, and I don't think I was ready for it.
And it was adorable because there's a guy. So there's like an old early 20th century theater around here, and so they have a big sort of old school kind of like Oriental style, John, the Milwaukee one, like that kind of like fancy theater. But then there's like an annex theater where they do this kind of stuff in. Still pretty big. It's like a decent sized room. But this guy curates that room and the stuff there. He's just the nicest little nerdy horror fan guy. And a lot of people showed up to watch this movie. And he walked in the room and he started giggling. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I didn't think anybody was going to come see this movie. So it was a lovely. And then I heard him just giggling behind me like the whole movie.
I feel like you got to be friends with this guy, Eric. Like,
Yeah.
I do. I'm working up to it. Yeah, for sure. But they're doing a Black Christmas in December. And I'm like all over that shit.
Hell yeah.
Somebody else also mentions another great one, obviously, which is Krampus.
Oh yeah, solid.
And I'm not joking. I would put Jack Frost in there, although it's hilarious because it's very clearly shot in California, and like they've just got like a little bit of blow around snow happening.
Yeah.
I was trying
There's
to
like
explain to
cotton
my
in
kids.
everybody's yards.
I was trying to explain to my kids what Krampus was. I can't remember. They were like, "Oh, has anyone ever made an evil Santa movie?"
Krampus
And
someday
Show
will
'em
be
Silent
great.
Night, Deadly Night.
Well, I was like naming some evil Santa movies, and then I was like, "There's actually this thing, Krampus."
Krampus someday will be great, but it is way too scary for a kid. Like the
Yeah.
monsters are terrifying in that movie.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know, but
That's
I was
for,
trying to
for
explain what the
adults.
idea of Krampus was, like, you know, it's like a, you know, so good times.
So there's some snow movies. There you go. Okay. I do love The Shining though. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Enough with
Hot
the hot
take.
takes, Eric.
The Shining is
down.
cool. Stanley Kubrick faked the moon landing. Here we are. I'm just kidding, guys.
No, I love it.
All right. That's going to do it. I guess, are we doing this? What's it called? Or is that
Deathstalker.
available for us
Deathstalker.
for next
Yeah,
week?
baby.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah,
Look
bitch.
at your email, my friend.
Deathstalker from the man who brought us Frankie Frico, a.k.a. my new best friend. So,
Oh yeah, let's go. Stephen
ushered in the year of the puppet.
Kostansky?
Kostansky. Is it an A? I thought it was an O. Okay.
Guys, just like
I trust
like,
Rachel.
go see Frankie Frico, but then watch the Portalac if you like the puppets, because like
Well, or go
It's
watch
just so
Psycho
fucking cool.
Gorman. Come on.
I'll watch Psycho Gorman. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
I just saw Patton Oswalt is in Deathstalker. I am in.
Yeah. My boyfriend, mine and Matilda's shared boyfriend, Patton Oswald. Yes.
Nice. Rachel, did you get us press notes? I would love to see press notes. If there's,
I have press notes.
Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
never
I
looked
just
at a
forwarded
press
you the
note.
screeners, but I can share the whole press notes. with
Never
you.
looked at a
Let's
press
go.
note in my life, but I will for you, Rachel.
They
if you send
vary in
them.
quality.
I'm sure. All right, it's gonna do it. It's Halloween time. Y'all.
Well, after we talk, next time we talk, it'll be November, guys. Happy Halloween.
Whoa.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like when you hear this, it will be Halloween. Don't forget,
Oh, yeah.
you can check out the new BGH theme on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, TikTok, I'm sure it's on there. I'm pretty sure it's on there. Instagram. So search Haddonfield by Hi-Fi, HY-FY. And go see Dream Eater. Still in theaters when you hear this. We had a couple people DM us, John, with pictures of their tickets. So
Oh,
BGH fans,
nice.
turn it out. All right, y'all. That's going to do it. Happy Halloween. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll talk to you next week.
see you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.